Hola, ¿cómo estamos? Ya estamos aquí en las oficinas en los estudios de ESPN Deportes. Hoy tenemos a nuestra amiga Amber de Hometrust Mortgage. How you doing, Amber?
I'm great.
Are you ready for today?
Absolutely.
Awesome. He is our producer. And Tío Pablo Valle from SBC. We're going to have a great show today.
Now, how are you going to, para que le enfoques a ella para...
Ya, yo le voy a estar dando video a ella.
Okay.
Tú nos dices cuando estemos. Sí. Ya estamos, gracias, aquí ya estamos en vivo. ¿Tienes preguntas? Llámenos en cabina 713-349-9161. 713-349-9161. Marcel, ¿cómo estás? Buenos saludos. Hi, Amber.
Hi.
Hi, you ready?
Absolutely. Are you?
I am.
Okay, good.
Did you blast it out already?
Yeah, it's fine. Slide.
Okay.
Atención fanáticos del fútbol soccer. Ya está aquí el nuevo álbum de Tampa Panini, el único álbum oficial de la Copa América Centenario 2016. Con espectaculares imágenes de distintos estilos y estampas especiales de acabado metálico. Comienza tu colección de las estrellas internacionales como Messi, Suárez, Messi, Chicharito y muchos más. Busca tu álbum en tiendas participantes y sigue tu móvil HTV, mi tienda. Y está la Michoacana y en línea en iPhonePanini.com. Panini.
La invitación, mi gente de ESPN Deportes 1180M, que se vengan para acá. Estamos totalmente en vivo en el Walgreens del 3120
Hometrust Mortgage.
Texas, para que se puedan venir con mis amigos.
You want to buy a house,
Panini,
finance?
así es que,
Here is the place to go. Hometrust.
Estos caramelos, estampillas, o como quieran decir, para que puedas por ahí terminar pronto tu álbum.
Haz la
¿Cómo puedes
introducción
hacer?
tuya.
Vente para acá, aquí hay varias personas que están ayudando.
No, yo les ayudo. Si necesitan questions or whatever, I'm here for support.
31 North Fry Road, Katy, Texas, para que puedas acompañarnos el día de hoy. Y bueno, pues simplemente decirles a todos que aquí vamos a estar hasta las 2 de la tarde. Así es que ahí está el dato, vénganse para acá. Yo soy René Aguilar, transmitiendo en vivo a través de 1180 AM.
ESPN Deportes Houston, KGOL 1180 AM. Como Houston, la única estación de deportes en español.
Buenos días.
Al término de esto. Pablo, ¿quieres el micrófono? Ya te lo doy. Te doy el intro yo.
Hola Houston, buenos días. Estamos de regreso aquí en su programa semanal de Mejore su crédito, donde estaremos hablando lo que es cómo usted puede comprar una casa, cómo usted puede refinanciar el préstamo de esa casa, cómo usted puede comprar una segunda casa, hacer una inversión en una segunda propiedad. Y qué mejor que los invito a que nos sintonicen hoy día, porque hoy tenemos aquí a la señorita Amber de Hometrust Mortgage. Amber, how are you doing today? How are you? Thank you again for being with us.
I am great. I'm just so excited to be here on this beautiful Saturday morning and in a great city of Houston.
Great. We're gonna start. We're gonna start talking about how our Houstonians can purchase a house. What is the process?
Well, you know, the process of getting a mortgage and getting pre-approved is can be done online. We have an app as well, so it can be done on your cell phone, or come in person, which of course I love to see my clients face to face. It's much more of a personal relationship that you get to build with them and answer questions and really make sure that they understand the process.
You know, Amber, thank you once again for being here. One of the things that I love about Amber with Hometrust Mortgage, and I was talking to Maria earlier today, is that Amber doesn't just sell you a loan or sell you a house; she educates you on the process. So that was one of the things that was very impressive when I met Amber. Now, Amber, one of the things that I want to talk to you about is the latest on the Houston real estate news. How is that market right now?
Well, interesting is that the price in rent, they say, is going to be going up significantly. And I mean, we wouldn't have thought, because it's been such, it's already overpriced, and there's been so many construction projects and things being going up around town. But they still say that we're going to have a rent hike, and so something definitely that purchasing a home is a good time to be purchasing a home now if rental prices are going to be going up.
Yes, lately, we heard that, rents, like you said, they're going, skyrocket. And but what would be the mortgage payment to be compared in a rent versus buying a house?
Well, if for example, an average price house at $250,000. Right now, if you were to purchase that home and put about 20% down, you'd have a mortgage payment of only around $1,275. And in the city, it's hard to find a one-bedroom, one-bath right now at $1,250, and especially if they're, projecting for prices to go higher.
And one of the things is, before we continue, and I mean, this is a lot of great information that we always get from our friend Berhardt. But one of the important things, Bernhardt, excuse me. But one of the important things is, let's give our audience a way that they could reach you if they have any additional questions. Where can they reach you, Amber?
Well, the best number to reach me at is 713-446-2392.
And just one more time, that number is 713-446-2392. Y si nos están escuchando y no nos entienden bien el inglés, pues bueno, vamos a repetir ese número. Estamos hablando de hipotecas, cómo comprar casa. Amber nos cuenta que el mercado de real estate, de bienes raíces, está progresando. Hay más oportunidades, pero para comunicarse con Amber, le pueden llamar al número 713-446-2391. Now, Amber, one of the things is the real estate market is coming up. Everything is great on the up and up. It's a buyer's, seller's market, as I always hear it. But one of the things is that one thing that always remains constant is that people are having some challenges with their credit, with their credit scores. Now, what is a good program for your borrowers with a lower credit score?
Well, that program would be probably the FHA program. And, a lot of times buyers come in and maybe they, were hoping that they were going to get approved and, hadn't really started the process, and come to find out their scores are too low. So that's where somebody like Ricardo, I know, works with clients and really helps them get that score back up. And so once the score does come up, and then the FHA program is good because it allows those buyers to not have to come in with as much money to put down. And again, lower credit scores are allowed on that program. And also they can get assistance on closing costs and things like that too. So it really is a good program for first-time home buyers or somebody who is a little bit more credit challenged.
Now, question, Amber. What kind of programs do you have for like our first-time home buyers? What is the minimum score that do they need?
Well, on that program, it's around 580. 580, And they can, again, it's coming in with a 3.5% down, but then they can get part of that money as a gift, or sellers can contribute also to closing costs and things like that. So I would say, it's not that they can't go on a conventional loan too. Conventional loans do require a little bit higher credit scores and a little bit more money down. So sometimes people do wind up using the FHA program for the first time house.
Okay, let's. I believe this is important information. Let's say in Spanish, so that way our listeners can understand and they can see there is ways for them to apply for a home, to own a home. Para nuestros amigos que nos están escuchando, estamos hablando aquí con la señorita Amber Berhardt de Hometrust Mortgage, donde nos está trayendo programas. Está hablando un programa donde usted solamente, si usted tiene el crédito bajo, si usted tiene el crédito con tan solo 580, usted va a poder calificar para ese préstamo de casa, de la propiedad que usted necesita o de lo que está soñando. El teléfono a llamar, por si quiere usted saber un poquito más de estos programas que Amber tiene, el teléfono es 713-446-2392. 713-446-2392. Con tan solo 580 de su puntaje de crédito, usted va a poder calificar para esa casa. Puede, comenzando con tan solo el 3.5% de down payment. Y todo talking about rates, what are the rates that they can get with 580? It's a little
higher. I didn't look at the rates this morning before I came out, but once your scores, I mean, we're looking at pretty much a national average on a 30-year conventional was about 3.67 yesterday. So, you know, very, very phenomenal rates.
Yes.
That's on a 30-year loan, and then on the 15-year loan, it was I think 2.776. Yeah. So, I mean, again, these are just incredible opportunities right now for people to be buying and owning a home.
You know, I wanted to ask you another question, but with the rates that you're mentioning, I mean, it's common sense, I would say, that if someone should refinance their home right now.
Oh my gosh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, if somebody is sitting, you know, right now already owns a home and they have anything above a 5%, it's definitely worth letting me run some numbers and seeing, because there's a lot of money that can be saved that people are just throwing down the drain.
You know, I'm not sure if you would be able to give us exact figures, but I know that when I got my home a couple of years ago, I got it at 6%. I think it was 5%, excuse me. And now the rates are like 2.7 for 15 years, 3%. Now that extra 2% could save you, how much could that 2% save you on a monthly basis?
Well, significantly. I mean, you could be looking, depending on what term you financed, you know, in the beginning of the house, a 30-year or 15-year. And sometimes people will come in and want to drop, you know, a 30-year mortgage that they have 6% on, seeing that they could do a 15-year at 2.7, and instead of, you know, necessarily decreasing their monthly payment, they may shave off 8, 10, you know, years off of the lifetime of their mortgage loan. So saving thousands and thousands of dollars happens quite often.
And not only are they going to save thousands and thousands of dollars, but those extra 8 to 10 years. I mean, I'm saying on average.
Yeah.
I mean, right? Instead of having a house for 30 years, you could have it paid off in 20 years.
Absolutely. And you know, and yeah, there are, if somebody is on a 30-year and they come in and they're going to refinance at a lower rate and stay on a 30-year program, you know, your savings could be $200, $300, $400 something dollars a month. So it is something certainly that everybody wants to look at the numbers and see they might really have a significant amount of savings.
Now, quick question, Amber. Now, who should refinance their homes?
Anybody, again, if you're planning on living in the home and continuing to stay there at least for the next year to 2 years, you want to, you know, if you're paying more than 5.5 right now, it would be something to absolutely do and refinance.
And you know, Amber, that number that they could reach you at is one more time for our...
Sure, it's 713-446-2392.
Vamos a repetir el número para todos nuestros radioescuchas en español. I'm sorry, Amber. We want to say the numbers, you know, in Spanish, so for the people that they want to refinance para nuestros amigos que quieren refinanciar la casa, quieren comprar una casa y no saben con dónde ir, vayan con nuestros amigos de Hometrust Mortgage, que es Amber, y el teléfono de ella es el 713-446-2392. 713-446-2392. ¿Quiere usted refinanciar una casa? ¿Quiere comprar una casa? ¿Quiere comprar una segunda propiedad o invertir? Esta es la compañía con la que usted tiene que ir. Hometrust Mortgage es la que le va a poder ayudar a obtener ese préstamo para poder comprar la segunda casa, para poder refinanciar el préstamo que tiene actual. Si usted está pagando más del 5% en el préstamo de la casa ahorita, usted está regalando su dinero. Yo le invito a que llame a Amber al teléfono 713-446-2392. 713-446-2392.
You know what, Amber, we were talking about earlier today about going from renting a home to buying a home. Now, let's talk a little bit about the programs, because one of the biggest things that people have challenges with is moving from renters to homeowners is a down payment. What are some of the programs that are available for people that would need some assistance with the down payments?
Well, there are, like I say, the FHA, which is a lower, down payment, but specifically the Texas State Affordable Housing Corporation has down payment assistance, for borrowers, and those types of programs can come in and cover those costs for the borrowers and allow them to get into a home with, little to nothing out of pocket, and again, it's a grant that the people are given the money to use and can be provided. And it's wonderful, people really can take advantage of that, because a lot of times, you have people starting newly in their careers and don't have a lot of savings, but still should be able to get into a home and become a homeowner.
Now, once they're able to apply for one of the down payment programs, what is the length of time that they have from the process that they start buying a house, looking for a house, to the time that they're going to close that loan?
Typically, if you're going to be using a grant or something like that, you want to allow a little bit more time. Traditionally, we like to say that we can close a loan in 30 days, and we certainly can. But if you're getting assistance from some of the, other institutions, you want to really be realistic and go with the 45-day, because, why create more stress when, if it closes sooner, fantastic, we'll get you in there. But if it doesn't, that way everybody has got everything right and lined up, and there are no, unexpected things at the last minute.
That is awesome. I mean, 45 days or even 30 days, and being very conservative, 45 days is not a long time. I always say, people, just put yourself in a 60-day plan. That way, and my friend Amber gets you that mortgage in 30 days. She has exceeded your expectations. But once again, reach out to Amber. Her number is 713-446-2392. Once again, I'm going to repeat that number slowly. It's 713-446-2392. Now, Amber, as we're approaching the end of the program, it's amazing how time flies when we're having fun, right?
Absolutely.
What are some of the advice that you would provide to people in general that are looking to refinance their homes, they're looking to move from renting a home to being homeowners?
Well, want to be very cautious about going out and getting any more debt, credit card debt, new car loan, things like that. Sometimes people think, oh, well, we want to get things for the house or start shopping, for furniture, find a really good deal, or, one of the, credit programs with the furniture company and things like that. And unfortunately, those types of things can just blow somebody out of the water and not then be able to qualify. So you really want to make sure that you've gotten pre-approved, gotten pre-qualified, and then not going out and charging anything else.
So the best bet would be for them to get pre-qualified, buy the house. After they're in the house, they have the keys for the house, then go out there and make that major purchase, right, Ricardo?
Exactly. Now, for those for those friends that they're planning to buy a house, we're gonna, Amber, can we say the do's and don'ts that for our listeners that they're planning to buy a house?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if we can say it.
Well, I mean, it's certainly, like I say, not getting into any more debt, making sure that they have, proper documentation, that they've been keeping records of their, bank statements and their paycheck stubs and those types of things. So really is important to have all of your papers kind of in order, because we always are trying to collect all of that documentation. So.
Yeah, and also the one important thing that you need to do is call Amber at 713-446-2392. 713-446-2392. Another point that I would like to say is, the 5 factors that FICO measures your credit score is: number one, how do you pay your accounts each month? That counts for 35%. Number two, that will be what is the debt ratio on all your debt that you have open. By FICO, they want to see at least between 1 and 7% to maximize the points every time you're going to put in your record. Now, number three counts for 15%, which is the age of your credit history. Number four there is another 10%, which is what type of accounts you have registered on your credit profile. And the last will be another 10%, which is how often you're looking for new credit. Remember, those are the only 5 factors to create credit. Please, if you can, write down: number one, how do you pay each month your accounts? Number two, what is the debt ratio? The debt ratio should be between 1 and 7%, which is the ideal number to maximize every time they're gonna put your record to maximize the credit by FICO. Number three, what type? One
of the things that I'm going to say, Amber, while Ricardo regains his breath, one of the things that I'm going to say is that we have learned so much this morning. You know what? The most interesting thing is that it is a great market for real estate. I mean, it's one of the best, and I'm not just saying that because my good friend Amber is here. I mean, the rates. Like I said, I personally paid 5-6% on my house. Now you could get a 3%, you could get a 2.7%, depending on the length. And the rates, you could have assistance in your mortgage. I mean, it is amazing. And the one thing that I heard earlier on another show is that it is important to get with a qualified individual. Please check who is doing your mortgage. Make sure that person is certified, licensed. Right, Amber?
Absolutely.
There's some licensing requirements?
Mm-hmm. And, really having somebody that you can go in and talk to face-to-face, know that person has been around, been with a company that's been around, and is really there to help you answer your questions and work with you. And not just somebody that you found online that you can't ever get in touch with. You want to be able to get in touch with the person.
The lines are already ringing, so Amber, let's mention that number again as we get closer to the end of the show.
Sure, 713-446-2392.
Okay, Amber, I want to thank you again for being with us, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely,
okay,
I look forward to it.
Okay, one more time, what is the number that they can reach you, please?
713-446-2392.
You know what? Before we leave, we want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
That's right.
Don't forget, it's a great real estate market right now. Refinance your mortgage. Call our friend Amber. The rates are so great. What a great gift to give to a father, right? A lower rate and save hundreds of dollars on a monthly basis. And don't forget, Amber Bernhardt from Hometrust Mortgage, 713-446-2392. Once again, that number is 713-446-2392. Some last words, Amber?
Oh, just happy Father's Day to all the wonderful fathers out there. And thanks again, guys, for having me here. It's just been a wonderful morning again, helping all of these Houstonians understand the credit, the mortgage market, real estate. So have a wonderful weekend.
Okay, thank you, Amber. Y para todos nuestros amigos, les quiero agradecer más. Recuerde, quiero felicitar a todos los papás, a todos nuestros radioescuchas que nos están ahorita escuchando, que pasen un feliz día y no se olviden, todas las tardes, darle un beso y un abrazo a sus hijos. Este programa es traído por Clear One Credit Solutions, una compañía de reparación y restauración de crédito. Si usted tiene problemas de crédito, pues le negaron ese préstamo de casa porque tenía mal crédito, le negaron ese préstamo del refinanciamiento porque tenía mal crédito, para eso trabajamos aquí con gente experta como la señorita Amber, donde le van a poder ayudar a calificar para ese préstamo de esa casa. Si tiene problemas de crédito, quiere comprar una casa y no sabe por dónde comenzar, el teléfono a llamar es el 832-387-0234, 832-387-0234. Nosotros le vamos a poder ayudar a mejorar su perfil de crédito para poder ser calificado para ese préstamo que usted tanto necesita. Recuerde, el teléfono a llamar 832-387-0234. También usted quiere visitar nuestra página web, es www.mejoresucredito.com. www.mejoresucredito.com. Usted puede entrar a vernos desde su teléfono, tableta o computador. Recuerde, el teléfono a llamar, si usted quiere saber directamente, hablar con la señorita Amber, el teléfono a llamar es 713-446-2392. 713-446-2392. ¿Quiere que le ayudar? ¿Necesita ayuda con su reporte de crédito? Llámeme al 832-387-0234. 832-387-0234. Gracias. Nos vemos la próxima semana y feliz día para todos los papás. Hasta
Aquí estamos con mis amigos de Panini. Panini en la casa. Bueno,
Fantastic. Okay, now,
Thank you, amigos. Gracias.
you have to face it this way. Oh no, wrong side.
Bye guys. See you later.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sandra, Soledad, César. Thank you. Bye-bye.